been a little while on the Omni Garage channel since we had a brand new RYOBI tool, but that's exactly what we have here today. I don't know if you could call this tool. This is more like a, I think it's an automotive necessity, not an accessory. This is the new 18V pressure inflator. And in the RYOBI lineup, this is what replaces the old kind of drill-looking trigger-based inflator that Glenn had, I think, in an analog format before RYOBI updated it with a digital little display on it. One of the downsides about that tool is, I mean, it was fantastic. You could hang it in the, RYOBI cabinets where you could holster your drills and bits. It went really nicely there. But one of the things that that tool didn't have was like a lock-on. Well, it had a lock-on mechanism onto the wheel, onto the lock valve thing. That's it. But what it didn't have is a lockable trigger. So you had to go and hold the trigger to inflate something like tires right the way from wherever you are currently at to the desired PSI. This tool is a little bit different. So the way that this works is you can simply, on the digital display, set the desired pressure, press the start button, and walk away. It has a shut-off function, so it's going to, at that desired PSI, shut the machine off and make for a way more simple and stress-free process.
And I guess you're also not sort of guessing or estimating on that analog where the needle would come. I'm getting close to 40 PSI. Am I quite there? Am I not? At least that will shut off exactly where you want it to be.
With the digital display. So let's crack into this. Box here. Nice little compact box. And I actually went into the local stockist for RYOBI tools here, Bunnings, the other day, and just confirmed with them that this indeed was the replacement. The RYOBI rep was there on site, and he confirmed yes, this is the replacement for that old tool. So what you get inside here, this is skin only, not available as a skin plus battery combo, but that's basically it. There's nothing else in the kit there. So what we have is the inflator itself, very compact. We have the lock-on chuck. That is how we're going to use this tool. We don't use this tool to blow up, airbeds, sport balls, etc. But if you did want to do that, onboard storage, which is quite nice. You've got a little adapter here, and then you've also got something that you would use here to do, if you're trying to blow up, let's say a pool toy or something.
Airbed, beach toy, something like that.
You can use that. And then inside the little adapter, you'll see, if I pull it out here actually, if you like footy, you like soccer, you're going to need this to blow up your ball. So you've got that. And I like that it's compact, it's all stored on the actual tool
as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah. So key thing on this tool here is that we do have, obviously, digital display, and then we've got our different buttons here. So this is to set the pressure. I've actually got another identical tool already ready to go here. So we've paired this here with a 4 amp hour battery. Something I have found with this tool is that it performs better if you do use a slightly higher output. So I did use it on a 2.5 amp hour battery, and I didn't find that it was outputting as much as when I hooked up the 4 amp hour. So it does add a bit of bulk to the machine, but once you've got that on there, essentially this is as simple as power button to turn on, and then you can cycle through here using that power button, bar, kPa, or PSI. And what you can see there, I've already set this. It's got the desired pressure at the top. So this had been used the other day to blow up the tires on the Tesla. They call for very high PSI. So 42 is my setting there, but with my buttons up and down, we're just changing that desired pressure. It does go in 1 PSI increments. So that's probably one call out on this tool is you can't go in a half PSI increment. You can hold it down and you can skip through very quickly, but you can't do that fine tuning. I don't know when you would want to go to a half, a half percentage point. So easy as that. And I mean, we've got a vehicle right here in front of us. So what we might do, let's just check what tire pressure this car here is calling for. So this car here is calling for 220 kPa on these tires. So very simple. What we're going to do is we're going to change this across. So we're going to go to kPa, set to 290. We're going to dial it down to 220. And then this is what I like about this, because I used to find on the old tool, having to go around the car, particularly, let's say if my tyres were down at like 32 PSI and I was trying to take them to 37, the amount of time I had to stand there and continually let off as well, because that tool didn't give you an accurate reading until you let off the trigger, and then it would read out. And I think that was the same on the analog tool and the digital tool. So all we're going to do here now is lock this chuck on to the valve stem. Okay, it's going to give us a readout, and what we know here, we are well over inflated already, 275 on a 220. So let's say we had to go to 300 on here. We can let some air out of these tyres. We would just pump this up to 300. Then we would hit the, the play button, the play and stop button. And the tool does all the hard work now. What I like about this, it gives us a reading as we go. We've got the 290, and it's going to shut off as soon as it gets to the desired pressure. Easy as that. Gives you a little flash, shuts off, and from there, you can then take your chuck off, move to your next wheel. I think that that auto shut off feature is really handy, because I'm sure that many of you understand going around the car and having to manually hold that trigger, especially if the tyres are well underinflated, can be a bit of a pain. Let's shoot outside. We'll go to a different car and we'll show you just how this would work in the PSI setting. Now what we're going to do here, we've got Glenn's Subaru and he goes to 37 PSI, so we simply change this, PSI change to 37. I just like how easy this is. Lock that on. Glenn's at 36 is the current reading. Hit the button. Auto shut off, 37. All right, so very, very handy, as you can see, for your car tyres. That's how I'm going to use it. However, if you don't have any other inflator tools, this is where this little pin attachment, you just pop it in here, lock it on, and now you can blow things up like sport balls. So this ball calls for 8 PSI. Here we go. So now we're ready. So there you have it, one of the more affordable tools in the RYOBI lineup, but I think this here is something that every car owner should have. This is small and compact enough that you could actually keep in your vehicle if you needed to for road trips, or you could simply put this on the shelf in the garage and have it set up ready to go for very, very quick and painless tyre inflations when you're doing your weekly maintenance checks. And just a big thank you to RYOBI for sending this inflator our way. They sent this to us to test out, to make a video, and to see if we could incorporate this into our garage setup. Thank you for RYOBI for sending the 18-volt inflator our way. If you'd like to pick up one of these yourself, find it at your local Bunnings here in New Zealand. I'm not sure where you find these in the United States, but a tool that we're adding to both of our garages. Thanks to RYOBI. Thank you to you for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.